Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Pineapple, or Lord Pineapple if you will, coming at you with another fun video. Thank you guys all for joining us and hanging out. As you know, we do pretty standard stuff around here. We talk about Flawda livin, we talk a little bit about wrestling, and we talk about music. Now today, we're going to go a little heavy on 2 out of 3, a little light on the wrestling today just because I've been working. I've been on my grind, as the kids say. No, I honestly, the last full day off I had was the Wednesday before Valentine's Day. So we're going on, we're approaching 3 weeks of every day, and that's all right. That's what we're here for. That's Florida right now. So let's get into Florida right now. Let's talk about a little about Florida living right now. So it's hot. Summer has started. Yesterday was 85 degrees and sunny. Today got to be 85 degrees and sunny. Yeah, which is fun. It's great. I love living in Florida because of that reason. However, my job at the beach, the commute overnight has tripled. So it usually takes me about 25 to 30 minutes, just depending on traffic. Not a big deal. Yesterday, hour and a half. Slightly bigger deal. Luckily, I did plan for it, though, and I left early. So I was on time. So that's good. Yeah, I mean, everybody's down here. And I understand why. I mean, we moved down here 7 years ago for that very reason. We just stayed. It's lovely down here. It's beautiful. Yeah, so there's that. There's Pineapple's daily life. It's just working, 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 working. Enjoying some sun. I did see some dolphins the other day. That was pretty fun. Saw a couple pods. We had a pod of 2 and a pod of 3. Definite bonus of the job when that happens, because the whole restaurant stops. Everybody just looks. Hey, there's dolphins. Everybody stops. We all go look at the dolphins for a minute. We have a good time. Usually there's some kids there. They're playing. They get really excited. They get as excited as I do when we see dolphins. I know, I still get excited when I see dolphins. I hope that never changes. All right, so that's Florida living in a nutshell. Wrestling. Let's talk about wrestling real quick. Like I said, I'm going to go a little light on this today. So, as per my other video, if you haven't seen it, about 1,000 people have though, which is really cool. Paul White, aka the Big Show, aka the Giant, yeah, he has signed a long-term contract with AEW. And in my other video, I'm like, he may not be taking bumps, probably not. And I thought about it. I'm like, wait, Tully Blanchard, all these older, stars, from the 70s and 80s are out there, and Jake the Snake, and, they still take bumps. The Big Show debuted in the late 90s, so he's probably going to be taking a bump or two here and there, maybe a slap to the face. Maybe he'll choke slam somebody through a table, at an announce table. That'd be fun. I'd like to see that. So yeah, that's the big wrestling news of the week. Yeah, the Revolution with the Street AEW Revolution, the Street fight with Sting and Darby Allin versus Team Taz. That'll be fun because yeah, Sting has been taking some power bombs in the ring, some brutal ones. So he's been taking bumps. So we'll see. Hopefully it's not a cinematic match. If it is a cinematic match, I'd be okay with that, just because Sting's 61, and people. You can't take as many bumps when you're older as when you're younger, right? Unfortunately, they become cumulative, and the body just don't heal like it used to. So, hopefully, we get some entertainment out of that. Let's move into the big topic of the day, music. Just because it's been, music's everywhere. You guys, if you watch the channel, you know my love of music. You know how I feel it's important in everyday life and things. But we're going to talk specifically about a niche subject. We're going to talk about cover songs. Now, I love a good cover song. I know there are people out there, oh, well, and I was having a conversation with somebody this morning about how they don't like cover songs because the media just recycles everything, and there's not much originality out there, was his point. And I can see, I understand where he's coming from in that point, which surprises me because he's very, the person that I talk to, he's very open-minded about art and things like that. And, so, I think a cover song when it's done well, um, let's give an example here. All Along the Watchtower by Jimi Hendrix. It's a cover song. It's a famous cover song. It's a great cover song. If you hear the original, and you hear Jimmy's version. Most people will say they like Jimmy's version better. Now the Dylan version is fine, nothing wrong with it. But here's where I'm going to get into about what makes a good versus a bad cover song. Jimmy put in the work. You know, that's how. Just I mean, that's life, right? Just show up. You got to put in the work, right? So he changed it. He put in a killer guitar solo. He had his own sound, his own delivery on it. I mean, it's a completely different song, right? But it's still a cover song, and it's great. So, and then we're gonna go, so there's like to me that's the gold standard. Whenever somebody says I don't like cover songs, that's my go-to. Yeah. Now let's talk about some bad cover songs. No, I won't say bad cover songs. Let's talk about cover songs I don't like and what I consider to be, you know, um, not great. I was searching actually this morning for bad cover songs because I couldn't think of any specific examples off the top of my head. And then, thank you, Google. You led me to Madonna's American Pie. Oh my God. What a gilded. Yeah, I'm going to stop there because we're going to keep it positive. And she's an artist and she wanted to express herself. Um, but it didn't sound like anybody put any work. It was just a rehash with some synth pop and like uh, some effects done to the vocals, and it's terrible. I mean, there's not a lot of originality in it. It didn't bring anything new to the table. When I heard it, I said, "Oh, never thought about it like this or anything like that." It didn't make me think at all. It was bubblegum pop, money grab, just garbage, in my opinion. That being said, Madonna is a fabulous artist and has done so much and has has changed music. I mean, Vogue, when Vogue came out, I mean, it changed everything, right? So to hear American Pie, the cover, and just putting no effort into it, it's terrible and it's disappointing. I'm disappointed in Madonna. I'll say it. Um, yeah, but let's go back to some good covers. Like I said, you got to put in the work. You changed up. Another example I used this morning was there's a little band called Save Ferris, and they're a ska punk band from the early '90s, and they did a cover of Dexy's Midnight Runners. Come on, Eileen. Um, First off, you got a female singer, so that changes the dynamic a little bit. You added some horns. You made it upbeat. It's already an upbeat song, but it gets like crazy, and it's fun. It's a fun song, and they did it justice. They changed it up a little bit. They put in the work, and they kept it fun and light, and it's a recognizable song. And yeah, it's good. It's a good listen, you know. And then you have mediocre covers where they put in a little bit of work. Famously, um, there's a band called Disturbed. I don't know if you've heard of them. They do a lot of cover songs. Pretty much every album there's a cover song, which is cool. They want to pay their respects, but as with cover songs, not all are created equal. So on their first album, they did a cover of "Shout" by Tears for Fears. Not my favorite, but I do a. It's okay. I don't hate them for doing it. I don't think of the original song any less. Um, it is what it is. It's there. It's not going to offend me. Then we're going to go to a great cover they did. They covered "The Sound of Silence," by Simon and Garfunkel. It's a great cover. I mean, they stripped it down even more than what it already was. They added some different effects in the background, and his voice, the power, the emotion you can hear behind it. Put in the work on that cover. And Bella is crying to go outside, but she's going to have to wait because we just do one take here. So yeah, I mean, back to my original point there, they make a lot of covers, and it's weird because some are better than others, and maybe it's just the song, maybe it's the choices that they've made. Um, they did a cover of Genesis's "Land of Confusion," which is Admittedly, it's better than okay. It's pretty good. Is it great? Am I gonna blog about it and think about it 15 years from now? No, I'm not. And maybe that's because I like the original um, more. But yeah, like I said, it runs the gamut. You got to put in the work. Song choice is important. You can't. Yeah, there's some bad ones out there. Faith by Limp Bizkit. I saw that was getting panned online. I absolutely love that song. It's totally different. They're having fun. It's something out of left field you've never heard. There's an artist, speaking of covers, who specifically just does covers. His name is Richard Cheese, and he does lounge covers. Like, come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Which is funny, and it's great, and I can appreciate it. Just because I always, yeah, I like a little comedy with a little bit of everything. So if you can do it artistically and make me laugh and make me think and make me listen to the lyrics and see a song in a different light, you've achieved your goal of creating a good cover song. Wow, we're going a little long today. Very passionate about my music, aren't I? All right. Thank you, everyone, especially the new people. I did gain some subscribers, so I hope hopefully you've kept around this long. All right. So thank you, everyone, and be good to each other. Be kind to your fellow man, and I am the table.